Selection of the topic is very important. It's not as much that you need to select a totally new topic or very original, but of course it's very welcome. I think it will be very welcome by the jury to have an original idea developed in such a paper. But it can also be a more classical theme, but you adopt an original approach, okay? Of course it has to be well researched because that impresses the jury. I, as a practitioner that I am, I would advise that the research focus very much on the work of international tribunals. For instance, have they dealt with the issue, how have they approached the issue, and so that's an important component. Be honest. If, for instance, in your analysis you get to limits and to problems that you don't have an immediate answer or an immediate solution, say it. It's nowadays a lot of people don't do it, but I think it's very refreshing.
It depends on the purpose of the paper. If you want to make a thorough analysis, a theoretical analysis, where a reader will look for the coherence and the novelty of the normative proposal, of the theoretical proposal. But I know it's very difficult for students to reach that level, and for the simple reason that it needs experience. In general, the kind of articles we see at this level is articles dealing with an interesting topic that students have met in everyday life or in their readings, and it is that topic which they deal with, and they go and look for information which is not really on practice, for instance, on practice of states. On practice of states in Russian, which is not a language which is easily read by a lot of internationalists, to bring all this information to the knowledge of the others and in a comprehensive manner and understandable manner. So it is this kind of things I'm looking for, to find new things when I'm reading, and to be able to trust what I read.
I'm not an academician, so my advice would be that if you are writing for a research paper, you have to do your homework. A research paper involves a lot of hard work, and I would hope that this is something for if they are writing something which is like an opinion for giving legal advice, it also has its content. If you are in a moot court or you are drafting something which looks like a case, because some of these young people are the future who are going to come up at international courts, they should also learn, be taught how to write an opinion as legal advice, how to write a draft judgment, and how to write a research paper for academic, for publication. So all these things need different skills. It depends on the purpose of the publication.
I think that it would be important that a paper of this kind should perhaps focus on the Russian perspective towards international law. I've spoken about this already, but I do think it is important that the Russian perspective should be emphasized, and I would like to see a successful paper make some contribution to the development of international law by drawing not only on traditional international law doctrines, but by looking at the subject from different perspectives, different comparative perspectives, not only perhaps from the Russian perspective, but from that of neighboring states. But of course, ultimately the paper must be well written and well presented in an attractive form, and I think all these requirements together constitute a good paper.